Emotionally healthy children. How do you raise them? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel below. So the question today is, how do you raise emotionally healthy children? The real question actually to this is, how do you allow your children to express emotions? Now, some parents have certain beliefs on what children should do in certain situations or how they should behave or emotionally feel. What we need to understand is that as humans, we have a gamut of different experiences and a gamut of different emotions that we feel as we move through life. So there's fear, there's anger, there's happiness, there's sadness, there's feeling blah. We all go through these different types of emotions. And how you allow your children to express those emotions or what you allow as permissible in different situations is really going to tell you if you're raising emotionally healthy children. There was a time when people believed that boys should never cry. Okay, and feeling that is not appropriate for boys. They should be tough and they shouldn't express any type of emotion. Now, that actually is not a healthy thing because, again, as a human, we go through different emotions, and allowing these emotions to come out at different times, regardless of what's happening, is a way that we learn how to navigate and deal with different situations. So as a parent, the most important thing to do is to allow your children to feel different emotions and then to go back and address those emotions and say, okay, you felt this way, that's wonderful, this is how you reacted, this is the behavior that exhibited that emotion. Was that the best behavior for that emotion? Okay, so a child may feel sad and they may demonstrate that in different ways. They can cry, they may shut down emotionally, they may refuse to talk. There are different ways that they'll do that. They may sleep, and then you can go back and say, okay, so what is the emotion? Okay, and what was the behavior because of that emotion? And is that a good way to deal with what's going on? All right, so we're separating behavior from the actual feeling of or the emotion that a child is feeling, and allowing them to feel those feelings and then address what their behavior is and whether or not it's productive and helpful for them or whether or not it's damaging. So those are the things that parents need to consider. And if there's, for example, a child was going back to that example of boys don't cry. Okay, why is the boy crying? What emotion is he exhibiting? And is crying the only way that they can respond to that? Probably not. There are probably multiple ways they could respond to that, but they chose to cry. So one of the skills that you can use to help your children understand how to respond to emotions that they're feeling is to use a skill that we have on the Smarter Parenting website called decision making. And it's a problem solving skill that's found on the Smarter Parenting website. You can go through and you can actually choose out what is the situation. So for example, I saw something that made me feel sad, and then in helping make the decisions, they have different options on how to respond to that, and then disadvantages, advantages to those options, and then a final solution. And then, of course, helping them figure out exactly what is the best way to respond to those. So again, as children are growing up, when you have younger children, they have fairly simple responses to what they're feeling. Usually for a baby, it's just crying, and there are different types of cries that they do. But as a child grows older and they start to experience different things and they start to respond in different ways, you can help them realize what is the most effective way to respond to this emotion that I'm feeling. That will be a productive way to do it. And that is a way to help raise emotionally healthy children. Allow them to feel all the emotions, but you as a parent can help them navigate how they respond to those emotions. All right? So that's it for me for this week, and feel free to leave comments below if you have questions for us, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would love to hear from you. You can also email us at smarterparenting@smarterparenting.com, and we will respond to your questions and answer them, and we look forward to hearing from you. So don't forget to subscribe and share this video. All right, thanks. Bye.